I get up every day at 3 in the morning. This is how I look. It's not pretty. It's what happens when you get up at 3 in the morning. And that's not some kind of exaggeration. Anybody who will see me post or look for me on Facebook or whatever knows I'm up at 3 in the morning. And the reason I'm up at 3 in the morning is because, unlike Shane Marx or Miss Rachael, I have a whole life that I have to take care of and support. Like them, I got a job. Like them, I have to live my life. Like them, pro wrestling is a huge part of it. Unlike them, though, I go a little bit farther. That's what I've always done. I go a little bit farther, I do a little bit more, I sleep a little bit less. And this isn't about me saying how great I am. Maybe a little. This is about letting Shane Marx know. Because I'm just telling you, this is the first of a few times I'm going to tell you what you can expect on February 15th. I've been getting ready for this match for a while. I didn't know it was going to be against you. I thought when I sort of dropped that bomb at the last PCW show that I was going to wrestle my last match and put out an open challenge, but really I was hoping Chip Day, the PCW champ, would take me up on it. I was hoping Jeff G would get his little squire to nut up and take the challenge. It didn't happen. But Rachael did pick up the gauntlet, and so it's Shane Marx. And that's not only fine with me, it's how it should be when I think about it. Because Shane Marx, whether you know it or not, I've been getting ready for this match for a long time. Anybody who saw the Booker saw me over the course of 3 years and the wrestlers that I trained. Saw how different I could look. Sometimes I look like the before picture and sometimes I look like the after picture. But when I made the decision to wrestle this last match, when I turned 42, I started training. And that meant at first 5 in the morning, and then 4 in the morning, and now 3 in the morning. Because I have dreams and ambition. And all the things that I want to get in a day, I'm going to get them in. So Shane Marx, I've heard that you put on what Larry Goodman described as table weight, and now you've been working to get it off. Well, the problem is you have about a month. Me, every mile I've run, every lap that I've swam in the pool, every weight I've lifted, every time I've pushed food that I love away and taken in food that I knew would help my body, I've been doing that for months. Now, I'm going to be 42 years old, and that's a hell of a lot older than you. And you are the Georgia Wrestler of the Year. And you should be proud of that. And I should be honored to step in the ring with the Georgia Wrestler of the Year. The thing is, though, I know I helped make you the Georgia Wrestler of the Year. You didn't make me anything. You didn't make me a single thing. I did this. My family did this. because they're the ones who had to sacrifice not having me there sometimes so I could get where I needed to be, where I wanted to be. On February 15th, I am going to be ready. I'm going to know that in my heart, in my mind. When I walk to that ring, I'm not going to embarrass myself. I don't need the crowd to chant, "You still got it," because I never lost it. I was never the greatest talent in the ring. I know that. But all I had was this: I can take an ass whipping. I can take a beating. And I'm smarter than everybody else. I know you're not supposed to guarantee things that aren't going to happen, that may not happen. There's all these rules about what you're supposed to be able to say and what you can't say. Well, I am guaranteeing something. I'm going to hurt you because that's something that hasn't happened to you. You've never been pushed in a wrestling ring. There's going to be no rules to our fight, and that's what it's going to be, a fight. There's going to be no disqualifications. If a referee gets in my face, I'm shoving him out of the way because I am coming to hurt you. That's what you've never endured. You know, there's this cliche where people like me are supposed to say, "I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything that I know." Fuck that. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I have suffered in a wrestling ring. I have suffered because of wrestling. You haven't suffered shit. But on February 15th, by the end of that match, you are going to be broken down, stripped to bare wood, and you're going to find out what kind of man you are. That's the difference between me and you, Shane Marx. I already know the man that I am. And it's the man that gets up at 3 o'clock every morning to do what I have to do. What time do you get up? What time do you get up? I have a feeling you're asleep right now. Well, you better wake up. And Rachael, your advantage is that you're young and you're stupid. You're too dumb to know the trouble that your man is in. Well, you better figure it out. You have 1 month. For me, that's going to be a month. It's going to be a lot of miles on the road. It's going to be a lot of hitting a heavy bag. It's going to be a lot of weights being lifted. And it's going to be a lot of thinking about what I'm going to do in that match. Shane Marx, you have responsibilities. You are the Georgia Wrestling Best Wrestler of the Year. Think about what that means. What an honor. You have to worry about the matches you have leading up to me. You have to think about not getting hurt. Rachael has to worry. You guys are at Anarchy. You're at Peach State. You guys are all over the place. Your energy is all over the place. I'm focused on my life here, and I'm focused on one match. One. And that's you. February 15th, Porterdale, Georgia. People are going to turn out to watch. People are going to turn out to be a part of it. And they are going to witness. They're going to witness something that our society has grown afraid of. Our society badmouths. But it's going to be there on February 15th, and that is greatness. Greatness is the achievement of a promise. It's the delivery of expectations fulfilled. February 15th, Shane Marx, I'm going to hurt you. And I said last time I'm going to flip the chessboard and start the game over. That's exactly what's going to happen. And if you don't know what that means, you're going to find out. And if you want to find out what that means, anybody listening or watching this, show up. You won't be disappointed. I got to get going. More to do.